All right, welcome back, everybody. So this is a video going over a review of sections 9.8 and 9.9. Again, the quiz is going to be on Monday, so make sure you study, plan accordingly. On Monday, this is what I was going to say, I remember. On Monday when we get in, I'm going to just go through the answers for this assignment, this study, and then review. We're not really going to have a lot of time to go through every question, so I'll just show the answers on the board. I'll give some quick help if I need to, but then we'll take the test. We'll take the quiz, excuse me. It's just going to be like 8 questions, half completing the square, half quadratic formula. And yes, I will be directing you to do, it's not like you can just pick which one you want to use. I'm going to say, okay, use completing the square in this one, use quadratic formula in this one. Yeah. Yeah. I need to write it fast. So again, yeah, I'll be directing on which one I want you to use. So let's get to it. Let me bring this to a new page here. Solve by completing the square. So what I want to do first here is variables on the left, constants to the right. That's done, right? Second thing, divide through by 8. Is that done? Yeah, that's done as well. So now I got to find my magic number. Oh, and actually, this is another 2. So I have x squared plus 2x is equal to 3. What is my magic number again in this one? Well, that's nice. That's easy. So I've got x plus 1 squared is equal to 4. I square root 4, and what do I get? What's that?
Plus or minus
2. Don't forget about the plus or minus. Plus or minus 2. And then we subtract over the 1. X is equal to -1 plus or minus 2. Okay, and now we say -1 plus 2, positive 1. -1 minus 2 is -3. Questions on that one? We feel good about that? The next one is the quadratic formula. Come on, there it goes. All right. Now, with the quadratic formula, I have to have it put into standard form. Is this in standard form as it is? No. Okay. So that means I got to subtract the 2x over to the left side. So that will get me 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Now I can use the quadratic formula. It might be a good idea for you guys to use some of today, because you're going to have a good amount of time to work on your homeworking class today. Use some of the time today to memorize the quadratic formula. Write it out 5 more times. Write it out 10 more times. Whatever you need to do, memorize the quadratic formula. We got 3, -2, and +1. Heck, if you need to, YouTube the song. It's out there on the internet. The opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All over 2a. This is fast. So now we plug in. We do x equals the opposite of b. Now b was -2, so what goes in the formula? +2. Plus or minus the square root of -2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1, all divided by 2 times 3. Where do we go first? In the house, inside the square root, inside the radical. So we take -2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 1, and we get -8. Oh, we get -8? Is that right? Oh, geez, oh, Pete, I didn't even know I was giving you one of these. What happens? No solutions. No solutions. Are you allowed to write domain error on your test?
What about satanic error?
Satanic error? No. Questions about that? Let's go over the homework. Okay, I'm going to read off answers. We got 14 to 29. I'll write them up there. (14 to 29). Yes.
When doing these, are you just supposed to do the in-house, or do you have to divide it by the two?
This is just in the house.
Just in the house.
All of these. How do I know that 14 to 22, I don't have to use the entire equation? It says it in the directions. Use the discriminant. If I hadn't said use the discriminant, you should still know because it says just find the number of solutions. When I ask you that, I'm prompting you to just do the discriminant. Just say, okay, do that quick check of b squared minus 4ac and see what happens. But I'm even telling you, use the discriminant. All right, so number 14 is no solutions. There's 0 solutions. Number 15 is 1 solution. Number 16 is 2 solutions. Number 17 is 0 solutions. Number 18 is 2 solutions. Number 19 is 2 solutions. Number 20, 1 solution. Number 21 is 0 solutions. Number 22 is 2 solutions. Are there any questions on any one of those? Those are really easy. I can do a lot of these if you need me to. All you do is b squared minus 4ac. What's the only thing that you should make sure you do right at the beginning? Right at the even before the setup. Even before that.
Oh, standard form.
Standard form, yeah, standard form. Make sure you put it into standard form. Like these bottom ones, you can't say A is 2, B is 12, and C is -18. That's not true. That's going to screw it up. It's got to be positive 18 on the other side. Okay? Any questions on any one of these? Okay, now let's look at the word problem here. The height above ground in meters of a model rocket on a particular launch can be modeled by this equation: -4.9 t squared plus 102 t plus 100, where t is the time in seconds after the engine burns out 100 meters above the ground. Will the rocket reach a height of 600 meters? How do I figure that out? What do I set this equal to? 600. I need to know if this height will ever equal 600. And then I figure out, will this equation have a solution? To do so, I'm going to subtract the 600 over to the left side, which is going to get me -4.9 t squared plus 102t minus 500 equals 0. And now I can do my A, B, and C. Come on now. My A is -4.9. My B is 102. And my C is -500. And now let's just run it through b squared minus 4ac. So I've got 102 squared minus 4 times -4.9 times -500. 604. 604. Oh my gosh, why are you sneaking up on me like that? Oh my gosh, Taylor. Jeez.
You recording?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like a ninja, man. Oh.
For John.
Oh, my like heart's racing now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Today is the teacher appreciation game.
I'm sure you got on.
I got JDX. Yeah, he's a little bit skinnier than I am, so this jersey's a little tight on. My dad bod fills out this jersey a little bit more than high school.
You mean 6 pack?
More like 2 liters. Now this 604. What do I care about in that? Do I care about the fact that it's 600? No, I really don't. What do I care about? Right, and that it's what? Positive. That's what I care about. I care about the fact that this is positive. If this is positive, will it have solutions?
Yeah.
Yes. So it will reach 600. Okay. It will reach 600 meters. Why? Because this is a positive number. Meters. All right, and then let's take a look at the last 6. I'm going to read off answers here. If we need to go more in depth with these answers, I can definitely do so. Number 24 is -4 and +3. Number 25 is just -3. Number 26 is 1 and -1/2. Number 27 is just -1/2 or -0.5. And then number 28, -2.14, and then +1.64. As a radical answer, it would be -1 plus or minus the square root of something over 4. Let me check to see what that something is. B squared, 1 squared minus 4 times 2 times -7. 57. That's the radical answer. And then number 29, the answer is -3 and 1.5. Those are my 2 answers. Okay, what of these do we need to see? You want to see 26?
Yeah.
So we've got 2x squared minus x minus 1. So my a value, now, is this already set up? Perfect. A is 2, b is -1, c is -1. X equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. See, now there's a recording of it on YouTube. I guess, you can just look it up. So opposite, what's wrong?
You didn't surprise us.
I didn't, that's okay. The opposite of -1 is +1. And we got -1 squared minus 4 times 2 times -1, all divided by 2 times 2. So that's going to get me, underneath the house, -1 squared minus 4 times -1. Oops, sorry, 4 times 2. I guess it doesn't matter. I could have put the -1 there. 4 times 2 times -1. +9. 1 plus or minus the square root of 9 all over 4, which is 1 plus or minus 3 over 4. And at that point, I'd say 1 plus 3, which is 4 over 4, which is 1. And then 1 minus 3 is -2 over 4, which is -0.5. Make sense? What's that?
24.
Yeah. Any other questions on this one? 24?
Yeah.
I'll do this one on the whiteboard over here. Put it in red. Oh, that's bad marker. Let's go.
It's the jersey.
That is, I'm feeling feel a little bit more athletic. Okay, so A is 1, B is 1, C is negative 12. X equals the opposite of B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC.
A over 2. Not A over 2, what?
All over 2A. All right, so X equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 12, all divided by 2 times 1, or just 2. So let's go in the house. 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 12. And that gets me the square root of 49, which is 7. So I take negative 1 plus 7, which is 6, which is 3. And then negative 1 minus 7, which is negative 8, which is negative 4. Any other questions on the homework that we'd like to talk through? Okay, I'm going to give you, 20 minutes to do your homework?
Wow.
Holy chicken nuggets. I'm a nice guy today.